Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Sydney from Limits, and today we are going to be tying this one fly. I'm not entirely the name of it. I just found it in my tackle box from my neighbor. He is very good at fly tying, and he gave me this fly, and today I'm going to try to replicate it. I think it's got a moose mane tail, deer hair body, cut kind of like a muddler head, and it's got two grizzle hackle, and then it's got look like grizzle and brown hackle wound together. So let's give this a shot. Today I think I'm going to use I was going to use a flat hook like this. I'm not entirely sure the name of that type hook, but I think I'm just going to go with another size 10 dry fly hook. Right here, they're very good hooks. Like I said in my last video, if you see that one, definitely my go-to hook. But today we're using the same thread as in the last video. It's probably my main thread I use. I think it's an aught now that I look at it, but if the camera focuses, it's pretty fine. It's got nice flat but fine texture. And alright, let's just get straight into it. I already explained the materials, so I don't need to cover that again. I like to start behind the eye because I find that I love to build up the head. And I don't like to, but I tend to build up the head. Like here, it makes it all fat, and then when I try to whip finish, it just falls apart. So I've started to tying down farther so I can have a decently small head on the fly. Okay, so I like to start probably just at the point of the hook, and I get my moose. I think I'm going to use moose mane instead of moose body hair because it's darker and finer. But I think if I tie another one, I'm going to try moose body hair. So I just grab about probably that much and try to keep all the hairs even. Less is more, I find, when it comes to hair like this. Take the big ones and just kind of grab the tips and get rid of the tiny ones. And I like to keep the tail probably about a shank length long, and just some nice tight wraps to lock on the tail. And not too many in case you need to adjust. Another long tail for high float, even though we're going to have that really poofy body. And for this one, you're going to want to not go all the way to the back, just because it will shoot it down, and this is a type of tail where you want it up nice and high. And with this body, for the deer hair, it's probably going to take probably 2 sets of deer hair. I need to get better at tying like muddler heads and stuff and bodies like this. But I think this is going to work well. I don't have a hair stacker yet, but a hair stacker will help once I get one. So I think I'm going to take about probably that much. It's a bit poofed up, but probably just to about, I might do this way just so I can fold it back and it won't get all messy. Nah, I'm doing this. It'd be easier. Like that, just in front of the tail, so you can trim it off and cover up the trim so you won't see that. Don't tighten it too much yet, and I have really thin thread though, so I'm very worried of it breaking. But if so, we can just save it, just like so. Then some like collective wraps, cut up like this, get rid of the extra fibers. A couple deer hair might fall into the tail, but that's okay, it happens. If it really bugs you, you can get rid of it. So just flare it up. I'm going to put some more on the back. Now it seems like we need more on the back. This is new deer hair, so I'm not used to it yet. I normally just use like the back of the bucktail, but this stuff seems to work well. So like this. I'm just going to do this way. Don't get mad at me if you don't like it. And just let it flare up like so. so you can have a nice body. Okay, I'm just gonna flip the hairs so I can grab my thread. And now we get to the trimming part. This part's extremely painful, so bear with me here. I'm very bad at this, by the way. You can probably tell. Not my strong point. My strong point is seems to be in streamers right now, but. And watch your thread. This is where I have lost many, many, many good flies to cutting my thread and not being able to save it. So please be careful of that. Ooh, this is not a neat body. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. It's actually, never mind, it's really bad. Definitely you could probably do better than I could, but it's not bad. Just kind of shape it now. So it's a decent shape. Whew, so many deer hairs. And now when you have the body to what you like it, you are going to attach the hackle now. So for the hackle, I have, where the hell are them? Oh no. I swear I put them somewhere. I will be back with the hackles, I swear. Okay, now we're back. I found my hackles. I'm just going to take the point of this hackle. This is a really nice saddle hackle, and I'm just going to basically take the point. I'm going to take both actually this time, and I'm going to grab both tips, line them up to exactly where you want. Then you're going to grab the stem, and you're just going to pull. You're just going to pull down like that, and you're left with two wings, equal size. And just cut it off, and then like so, and you're left with two nice evenly wings. And for this, I'm going to do one by one, and I'm going to place one. These wings are so painful to put on, in my opinion, but that was extremely easy. So we've got one. I mean, I kind of went for an abrupt straight up wing. I've been liking that design lately. And darker side facing out, lighter side facing the inside. Just measure it, make sure it's right for you. Always adjust to your preferences. Like I said, I like an abrupt, straight up, just nice and easy, quick wing. And for our hackle, I'm going to take a grizzle hackle. And I'm also going to take I think this is a hen, just a brown hackle. I'm going to put them together, if they will go together, like so. And again, take your stem, cut them off, make a nice stem rim, kind of like that, so you can attach it to something. And you're going to line it up like that, and then you're going to trim off the stems off the front of your fly like this, and a couple tight wraps just so the stems don't fly out as they like to do. And you're going to grab your hackle pliers and grab them both with one clip and just start wrapping. Okay, once you are completely done with the wrapping, you're going to take it. Let me just wrap my string back a bit. Take it, and you're just going to go like this. And you're going to like that. And like so. Oof, this is a messy front. Kind of like that, I guess. And like that, and then I think now you can release from the hackle pliers, and you can free roam over this now. And I'm going to, how I trim these is I pull them out forward and just go as close as you can. Try not to get any other fibers. Trim that. And make sure your wings, also very important, your wings need to be visible. Kind of like that. I like them far back. Actually, no, that's bad. Like, kind of bend them forward as so, and they sit pretty well. It's kind of like an Adam's wing. See what tie an Adam's. Then you're going to bring them back, just showing the head and some of the fibers that are bending back from the head, and just going to tie them in place so they're like that. And, oof, that's going to bug me later. Okay, we got rid of that one. And now, just kind of push them back just to clean up the head. Try to make it all black. Sometimes it's really difficult, but kind of like that, and then just bring it to the flat part. And there you go. That is, actually don't have a name for this one as well. It's not as nearly as good as the one that my neighbor tied. Oof, that was painful. But it's pretty good for what it was. For how quickly I tied this one, for sure. And just tighten and trim. And that's it, I guess. I need a name for this fly as well. Obviously I don't have a name for this fly. If I come up with a name, it'll probably already a fly name. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, and if it did give you some tips, please consider subscribing and maybe even liking if I'm lucky enough. And share with a buddy who needs it, because that will help them probably. And definitely, if you're better with tying, which you probably are, just comment down below some tips of the deer hair. I definitely need some tips with that. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day and good night, or a good morning. Doesn't matter.